3 months ago, I was living my dream life in Indonesia, and I never felt more overwhelmed. I thought of filming a vlog to capture it all, and I did. But when I watched the final video back, something felt off. It was just a highlight reel without any meaning. So instead, I figured I'd grab my journal, and I started reading through the things that I had actually written down while I was there. Turns out, the real story wasn't in the footage. It was in the words I wrote when no one was watching. One of the first prompts in my journal was writing a letter to my younger self. I remember sitting on my bed in Lombok that night, looking up for a second and realizing my 18-year-old self would be so proud and so confused at the same time. Because if this is my life now, then what's left to dream about? Getting flown into Indonesia to work with a friend, heart full, nice places, crazy views, vitamin D pumping through my blood, I finally felt fulfilled. Until I didn't. Alright, 11 p.m. I'm fried. I had calls all day, long work day. Now it's time for bed. I'm gonna do a little bit of journaling and then I'm really gonna go to sleep. We only have 5 days left, 6 days. I don't even know what day it is. Anyways, time for bed, guys. Yeah. That night, I wrote down these words in my journal. Stressed, nervous, overwhelmed. Reminding me that life is no highlight reel. It's ups and downs, even when living the life that your younger self dreamed of. And those dreams don't last either. It takes about a day and a half, and whatever you work toward becomes your new normal, your new standard. So you get back to work, chasing the next big thing. Eat, sleep, work, repeat. Some entrepreneurs say work-life balance in your 20s doesn't exist. I almost believed it, but honestly, I think it's bullshit. I think it all comes down to how you define success. What I love about Indonesia is how simple life feels there. Waking up with the sun, walking to the beach barefoot, catching waves without a wetsuit. The no wetsuit part is the best, by the way. Living outdoor keeps me balanced. It pulls me away from being stuck behind my laptop trying to keep up with modern ambition all the time. I was traveling through Indonesia with Rick, a good friend of mine, and we also work together.
So my name is Rick, 31 years old. Currently in Indonesia to have a little time off. Been working very, very hard this year.
Rick and I are very aligned on what success looks like to us. Waking up when it feels right, working on things you actually care about, being around people you love, and having the freedom to step away when you need it. Indonesia makes that balance feel easy. Start the day with a surf, lunch break in the pool, or just the smell of nasi goreng reminding you to get out of the house. Whatever it is, for some reason it just works. It creates balance, peace of mind, gratitude for what you already have. Something the Western world kind of forgets sometimes. On my last day in Indonesia, I rented a bike and put on my favorite playlist. Good feeling 70s. Sun was setting, streets were packed, and all I could think about was how much I love this place. Grateful to live this life at 23. That's what I wrote down in my journal that night, even though self-pressure can take over sometimes. I ended my Indo trip on a high, ready to jump on a flight to the other side of the world again. I didn't want this video to just be about showing how perfect our time in Indonesia was. Videos like that are all over the internet already. I guess I wanted to show that even when life gets damn close to your dream life, your expectations shift. And sometimes we go to bed feeling overwhelmed with new dreams and new goals we set for ourselves. And all we can do is try to balance it and be grateful. Grateful for this life.
Alright, I'm back at the airport and the Indo trip is officially over. Unfortunately, I'm going home with a lot of gratitude, and I was actually just writing down in my new journal about this gratitude and about the trip. I bought this journal in Bali 2 weeks ago in Uluwatu in a really cool store. It's called the Self-Reflection Journal, and I wanted to share with you guys that I think it's so super important that not just if you run a business, but basically for anyone. I think it's super important to be aware of what makes you happy in life. And this journal, I've been writing this for 7 or 8 days now, and it's really giving me a lot of clarity at the end of the day, or what made me happy that day and what didn't. I'm convinced that it will help me in life, but also in business. And there was one quote in this book that stood out to me, and it said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." And I think it's very true, especially if you're building a personal brand like I am at the moment. It's so important to know yourself, and I had many conversations about this with Rick as well the past 2 weeks. If you're sharing a lot of your life online, and if you're trying to inspire other people, then please do it the way that is in line with who you are, and be as authentic as possible. And it's a journey that takes time, and of course you'll get inspiration from other people and you'll try different things out, and I think this journal will really help me to stay close to myself and to make sure that all the content that I'm putting out on this channel is in line with who I am. And I'm very excited to continue documenting my life and my journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video again, and I'm gonna go back to Amsterdam only for 2 days, and then I'm off to the next adventure again. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm going, so you'll have to see in the next video. So I would say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next. Ciao.